Why do we need economic reform, or what was the need for which economic reforms were taken up by our Indian economy during the 1990s? So, first of all, the causes are number one, unnecessary controls. So, during the 1951-90, economic growth was not up to the mark that was supposed to be. Therefore, it was assessment that made us found that made us or that gave us that there were too much unnecessary controls. The adoption of the policy of mixed economy resulted in the establishment of a variety of rules and laws which made the economy very much regulated and controlled. These controls, for examples, were industrial licensing policies, the restricted policy forwards, then also there were restrictions regarding foreign capital, etc. So as a result of this, it happened so was that the economy was so much restricted that it could not grow to its level. Number two, failure of the public sector. During the period 1951 till 1990, public sector was the main important role was assigned the main important role of controlling most of the important sectors of the economy. As a result of which, when we assessed the action of this public sector, it was found out that it was not up to the mark. Therefore, during the initial 15 years, public sector units performed satisfactorily, but thereafter most of them started incurring losses, as a result of which the public sector resulted in a complete failure. Number three, balance of payment deficit. As I told you earlier, India reached the debt trap, which resulted in inefficient economy since 1980-81. It was estimated that rupees 2214 crores were was the deficit in 1980, which rose to 17,367 crore in the 1990s. To meet this deficit, the government had to borrow from outside the country, as a result of which the debt or the foreign debt kept on increasing, and it rose to such a level that India caught in the debt trap, which lowered again the international monetary institutions like World Bank, International Monetary Fund, etc. Number four, depletion of foreign exchange reserves. As India was caught under the debt trap, the country had to reach such a situation that there was depletion of foreign exchange reserves. The foreign exchange reserves of India were at its lowest in June 1991, which led to a very high foreign exchange crisis in the country. By the middle of 1991, our country was in such a position that the foreign exchange was only enough for 2 weeks imports. After that, our country's foreign exchange was supposed to reserve. So this crisis came so acute that Chandrasekhar government had to mortgage gold with other countries for raising loans for the repayment of the loans. So there was a huge crisis, and this also resulted in the need for economic reforms. Number 5, fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit also rose to a very high level in 1990s, as a result of which the IBRD, which is popularly known as World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund had to extend again a loan of $7 billion to India. So all this loans and heavy foreign debt, etc., necessitated the need for economic reforms. Again, increase in prices. There was persistent rise in the prices during 1956-1991. So the rate of inflation at such a level that it was not possible for the normal public to buy even uh, the basic needs, that is. So all this compelled the government of India for taking necessary steps of reforms to make the country sustainable at least.